So I wanted to do a really quick video on how I pack out my Atlas Packs athlete bag. This is the large, obviously in black, and right now I have it kitted out with pretty much everything that I could potentially bring with me on a shoot, whether it's real estate, doing aerial, doing stills, or doing video. Pretty much everything that I have or would need to bring with me is in here. Let's get into it. We're of course looking at the back of the Atlas Pack Athlete, and that is a full zip all the way around and it opens right up. So starting top down, I fly with the DJI Mavic Air 2. Underneath the drone itself I have my battery pack, so extra GoPro batteries, extra Sony battery, and then charging that kind of does everything, because you can charge or transfer images from the Mavic Air 2 with a USB-C. You can also charge and transfer images and video files from the Sony a7 III with a USB-C. So I try to maximize how much I can use what makes its way into my bag. That's a handy, cheap little storage solution that just fits underneath there, and then neatly I can put the Mavic Air 2 in there as well. I use these small dividers as little pockets for the filters for the Mavic Air 2. These are the Polar Pro. These ones are the variable ND filters. So those are the Polar Pro variable NDs. I get the 2 to 5 and the 6 to 9 in there, as well as the 8, 16, and 32 polarized ND filters from Polar Pro as well. So I just kind of created my own pockets to slide neatly in there, and then with the size of the drone itself, it all kind of fits neatly in there. 2 extra Mavic Air 2 batteries, so 3 in total. This is the Fly More kit, and then the remote itself just kind of tucks in right there as well. I have my Sony a7 III with an L bracket, and I pretty much start everything off with the 16 to 35 f4 lens. It pretty much just stays on there. And it fits neatly in there like so. Next up I have my video micro mic and mount. So everything just kind of stuffs in there from shooting video. That just kind of slots in between the camera and lens, and my filters. So this is actually the inside of another case, which was just a cheap case off of Amazon, but the internals come out and there's Velcro on the bottom of it. I didn't put it on there. So it's got space for 1, 2, 3 filters. If you want to use the outside or the inside of the bag, I guess, and the outside of that divider, you could fit a 4th filter in there. I'm just using it to store some extra cleaning cloths right now. But that is the ND1000 circular polarizer and a variable ND filter that I never use because it cross polarizes like crazy, but I don't know, it's there just in the off chance that I need something desperately. And the whole mic and dead cat just slot all in there. And then of course I've used the one of those small dividers again as another pocket just for quick access. This is the current cleaning cloth I'm using at this point. I just kind of use them until I feel like they're not useful anymore, and then I chuck them, because everything you buy for a camera comes with them anyways. This is the Polar Pro Slate. You can fit a lot in here if you're running a GoPro and a drone and full day of shooting or weekend away or something like that. You got lots of room for your storage. So the biggest requirement was that it fit right there. Right beside there, which is actually easier to get out with the lens out. And it's just the extra caps for the camera body and the lens. Of course, this is attached. When I'm traveling, I will generally break everything down and not have it together. So that's when this would come in handy. But when I'm at home and just trucking around, I don't usually break it all down. But anyways, I like to keep everything neat in place and make sure that when I'm traveling that it has a home, so it just kind of stays in there. And then the only other lens that I have with me is the Sony 70-200 f4. I opted for the f4 options rather than the G Master options, basically because of size and weight, as well as cost, and I have zero complaints about my lens selection. A lot of people will comment that I don't have the mid-range between these two, but I don't generally shoot around 50 anyways. If I really desperately need to do it, I can either crop in 70 in post, or I can crop shoot at 35 and get a little over 50. So I'm happy with this selection. This is the configuration I've been running with for probably a month or more. Had the bag for a couple of months, so it's changed a little wee bit. But otherwise, yeah, this is what I'm running, and I really love the way that the bag is set up. I'll get into more details of how you can reconfigure the bag in another video when I want to run through all of the features of this amazing bag. But yeah, so if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, by all means, leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.